First and foremost, I want to say thank you to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. If it wasn't for him, this wouldn't be possible. Low nose boxing. So with that being said, hit the like button, share this video, subscribe, leave a comment. What I'm going to talk about right now is something interesting, something that really caught my attention as I was giving it some thought. Right now, everybody's caught up with the news, Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, the gossip, this one calling that one out for a street fight. I don't really care about that right now because that's not reality. That's not gonna happen. That fight is not gonna happen, not anytime soon. Shakur Stevenson is gonna fight Frank Martin. That's another video. And Devin Haney is working on a fight with Regis Prograis. So I'm not going to feed into the Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson drama. Not right now. We're going to talk about a fighter by the name of Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias is a fighter from Carolina, Puerto Rico. Very interesting fighter who I personally feel is not being promoted properly. A fighter that's not being marketed properly. Subriel Matias is a world champion at 140 pounds. If I'm not correct, Subriel Matias may have the IBF Junior Welterweight Championship. Subriel Matias is in a weight class where Teofimo Lopez is the reigning WBC champion and the lineal champion. You also have Regis Prograis, who's about to make a title defense against Devin Haney. You got Rolly Romero, who has a belt. You got Gary Antoine Russell up there. You got Ryan Garcia up there. You got Sandor Martin up there. Gervonta Davis fought there before. You still got Jose Ramirez. You got Josh Taylor. That's a loaded division. And Subriel Matias is a fighter that people are not really speaking about much. He's not being marketed properly. Subriel Matias, in my eyes, has the potential to be a certified superstar in the sport of boxing. He has the potential to be a pay-per-view star in the sport of boxing. And I'm about to tell you why. For one, Subriel Matias happens to be Puerto Rican. He's from Carolina, Puerto Rico. Subriel Matias not only is Puerto Rican, he has a friendly style. He's 19-1 with 19 knockouts. Subriel Matias is the type of fighter that you can't blink. The type of fighter that you can't take a bathroom break. The type of fighter where when the bell rings, you have to watch the fight. He's all out action. Subriel Matias reminds me a lot of the late Edwin Valero. Nothing really fancy about him. Come forward, behind the high guard, has fast hands, throws sharp combinations, has devastating knockout power, and is a certified finisher inside that ring. The reason why I say he's not being marketed properly is this. He has a fan base of Puerto Ricans that are thriving and fiending for a fighter to root for. Since Miguel Cotto, the island of Puerto Rico hasn't had an elite level pound for pound type of fighter since Miguel Cotto. Now we've had Danny Garcia, but Danny Garcia is an American Puerto Rican who really doesn't speak Spanish. And most recently now, Shakur Stevenson is also an American, Puerto Rican, African American fighter who has recently garnered the attention and the support of Puerto Rican boxing fans. But yet and still, Puerto Rico has not had a Puerto Rican born fighter from the island of Puerto Rico that speaks Spanish since Miguel Cotto. Now Subriel Matias doesn't speak English, right? But that's not gonna hurt him because Felix Trinidad didn't speak English neither. Felix Trinidad had a certain type of charisma to him. Subriel Matias has his own charisma. Subriel Matias has some sort of a bad boy image to him. Subriel Matias knows how to trash talk. He recently had some interesting words towards Devin Haney and Regis Prograis recently. Subriel Matias speaks Spanish. He's Puerto Rican. He's a trash talker. He's a knockout artist. He's an exciting fighter to watch. And besides Puerto Rican fans, it's interesting how Subriel Matias also has been gaining the backing of African American fans as well. I have a lot of African American boxing fan friends that they speak highly of Subriel Matias. So Subriel Matias does have the potential, and quote me when I say this, he has the potential to be a pay-per-view star. He just needs the right opponent, and he needs to be marketed at Madison Square Garden. If it was up to me, this would be my road into turning Subriel Matias into a pay-per-view attraction. For one, they should match him up with a Mexican fighter. A come-forward Mexican fighter that will bring the action to him, the type of fighter that will play right into his style. Somebody like Pedro Campa, for instance. Put that fight in Madison Square Garden. Give Subriel Matias at least 2 fights in Madison Square Garden, and then try to get him in there with a big-name fighter. Somebody like Adrian Broner, for instance. Adrian Broner has been on a comeback trail. He won his last fight. Let Adrian Broner get a fight, or maybe 2 fights, 2 wins under his belt, and then put up a matchup between Subriel Matias and Adrian Broner at Madison Square Garden. The trash talk that Adrian Broner does will definitely bring out the trash talking from Subriel Matias. And if Subriel Matias can go in that ring and be the first person to stop Adrian Broner, he's a bona fide superstar. Subriel Matias is promoted by Matchroom, if I'm not correct, Eddie Hearn. And once again, in my opinion, they're not doing a great job with Subriel Matias. I think they should put him on the same card with like Amanda Serrano, because Matchroom Promotions actually hosts fights and cards in Madison Square Garden, because PBC uses the Barclays Center. Subriel Matias needs to fight in Madison Square Garden so he can get the support of the Puerto Rican fans in New York City as well, and they need to put him in there with a fighter that people know. And what better fighter than Adrian Broner? I'm not a boxing promoter. Who knows what the future holds for low-nose boxing? But what I do know is Subriel Matias has all the makings to be a potential pay-per-view star in boxing. Remember where you heard it first, low-nose boxing. So with that being said, hit the like button, share this video, leave a comment, subscribe. I'm out.